Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new, and welcome to today's video. In today's video we are going to be doing 5 mods that I cannot live without. So the first mod that I wanted to show you guys is actually in Create a Sim, and it is the More Emotional Traits mod. So one of them was duplicated. I don't know why that was duplicated, I didn't check. But we also have Arrogant, we have Calm, and I'm sure you guys can see just based off of the thumbnails which are the new ones. So yeah, we have Arrogant, Calm, we have the Coward trait, so these Sims tend to be scared and will flip out at the drop of a hat. We have the Daydreamer, Egghead, we have Oblivious, and these Sims tend to be dazed and can be easily confused. We have the Perky trait. We have the Restless trait, so these Sims tend to be bored easily and may get fidgety if they don't have enough fun. We have the Stoic trait, and these Sims tend to be calmer than other Sims and usually don't express their emotions. So yeah, those are just a couple of more emotional traits that I wanted to show you guys. I really like having the option for new traits. There is a bunch of mods out there that do add new traits, but this is one of my favorite. I really like how the thumbnails look. It still looks a part of the game. And I just think emotional traits are like some of my favorites in the game. Alright, so the next mod that I wanted to show you guys is a really small mod. It's honestly more of a fix than anything. It's more of a fix than like a gameplay mod, but this is just the sleep all night mod. So we all know that there is a huge problem with this in the game. She woke up because there's a monster under her bed, so that's inevitable. Your Sims are still going to react to a monster, so I'm glad I'm showing this to you guys just so you can see that, like, obviously your Sims will still react to monsters. But as you guys know, there is a problem with the Sims not staying asleep. So I have it on level 3, ultra speed, and they're not gonna wake up. But the only time, like I said, they will wake up is if there is a monster under the bed. Or maybe, I don't know what will happen if she pees her pants. Okay, yeah, so she woke up because she had to pee her pants. But, and also because she had a gig in 1 hour. But I promise you, I've played with this, your Sims will sleep the whole night. I mean, it is 9 a.m. now. But yeah, they will sleep. See, like, my Sims aren't even waking up now, and they have full energy, and it's 9 a.m. So whenever you tell them to wake up, they will wake up. So that is one thing I really, really like about that, because I've always had issues with that. Like, my Sims will literally wake up when their energy is not even full. They'll wake up when, like, it's 2 a.m. So that just always really, really annoyed me. Okay, the next mod I totally forgot to show you guys when I was in Create a Sim a while ago. But this is such a good mod. I really, really like it. I use it a lot. So this is unlimited likes and dislikes, which obviously it's at 100,000, but you're not going to pass 100,000 by any means. So yes, it is unlimited. So I really like this because, well, first of all, look at all of the activities that your Sims can do. And before, it was just at, like, the max was like 10 or 12, I believe. I just really like the fact that, like, I can go in here if I wanted to and put like or dislike on every single one of these. Like, if I already know what my Sim likes and what my Sim doesn't like, I could just put that. If my Sim likes multiple things, if my Sim likes painting, if my Sim likes photography, if my Sim likes all the creative things, singing, like, I could put that. But before you really couldn't. You only had so many that you could choose, and some of these my Sim has gained just from me playing the game. So that's another thing, is that your Sim will, as you play with them and as they live, they will add on these activities or anything that they like. They will say that they like a certain music genre or don't like a certain music genre. So I really like the option to pick and choose as many as I want. I think that should have been an option in the game. I think life is just more broad than that. Like, your Sim's not just gonna like one thing of music or one type of music and one type of fashion. Like, your Sim can like all the fashion. I don't know. Like, it just depends on what you want, and I don't know. I don't think in the game we should be limited like that. I mean, it is a simulation game, it is a play with life game, and when you're limited to something as small as that, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm really glad I have that mod. So yeah, that is the unlimited likes and dislikes. Alright, the next couple of mods that I'm going to show you guys are actually social interactions and gameplay mods. So one of the first ones that I have been having in my game for so long, and I cannot live without it at this point, is the relationship and pregnancy overhaul mod. As you can see, Ariana is very pregnant, and this is my growing together family, by the way, if you guys recognize them. This is kind of a spoiler because obviously, if you can tell, we are not in the same, oh my gosh, her mom is here, Danica's mom is here, or I mean Ariana's mom is here. But yeah, we are not in the same house as we were when I ended the gameplay, or when I ended the first season. I have been playing with them and I have been so happy with how their life is turning out. But yeah, we have yet to pop out our fourth little one. So but yeah, I wanted to show you guys this mod. This is a relationship and pregnancy overhaul mod. So when you download it, it will pop up a new tab or whatever, a new menu, and you will kind of be overwhelmed with all the options here. There is a bunch of options. So when you click on, like when I go to Ariana West and I control her, it will look a little bit different. So let's start with that. These are the different settings you can do. I really haven't touched any of these, so I really wouldn't know too much about these. It looks like we can click if we want to allow UTIs and yeast infections. We can turn off the pregnancy walk style, which is interesting, and we can turn off if they throw up or not. So there's just a bunch of different things, but like I said, I haven't explored too much of the settings. I haven't really changed anything. The next thing we can do for Ariana, if we click on her, we can turn off the pop-ups. I believe that's also in the settings. We can even rename any of our Sims, just kind of the basic stuff. But we can also, from here, we can automatically give her any of these woohoo health diseases. We can go get tested, we can go buy woohoo protection items or get prescribed medicine for that. We can decide to be faithful in this setting, decide not to romantically interact with any sim, decide not to develop romantic feelings with sim, and then it'll like choose literally any of the sims from our game. So that is actually really interesting if you're trying to storytell and you have an ex. Let's say you have like an ex that you were romantically attracted to, and you know how the Sims is, like sometimes it'll just like randomly have your sim like flirt with a sim, and it's so weird. I don't know if they fixed that, but I've had that happen before where my sim just like randomly flirts with like their past lover, even though they're happily married. So that's like a good option to have if you don't want that to happen. Okay, and then we can specify our gender preference. We can specify turn-ons and turn-offs. We can have a different fertility status. So, and that's just like really realistic. Like sometimes your Sims aren't gonna always pop out babies really easily like some other Sims. So that's a really realistic option that I love about this mod. We can also start birth control with this mod. So if your Sims do not want a baby, or if your Sims have too many babies but you still want them to woohoo, you know, we're gonna be protected from that. And then the next one, which is probably my favorite one, is her thoughts on being pregnant. So you can have your Sims hate being pregnant. Like you can have your Sims not want to be pregnant, and when they are pregnant they will have a bad moodlet. When your Sim has the kid, they will kind of resent the kid. You know, it kind of sucks to do that, but sometimes that happens in real life. I don't know. And you can also let fate and time decide your Sim's wishes, so it'll just randomly generate their decision whenever. You can also go to early parenthood class if your Sim is younger or they just are really scared. Your Sim can go to a birth class. You can also go ahead and discover the birth gender. I don't know what the baby number is. I've never seen that before. And then you can also go and buy something for your baby. So that'll have your Sims come back with like a toy or something like that. And then another option is to do insemination or surrogacy, but I am not allowed to do that right now because we are all pregnant. And then your partners must discuss this first to even have an option to do that. So that is very, very interesting. And also you can adopt from this menu as well. But one of my favorite parts about this mod is all the options you can do. Like say I'm controlling Xavier, for example. And there is a bunch of options to talk with your partner about the pregnancy and about just different things. So you can ask your partner to stop using woohoo protection, or ask your partner to go get tested if you're not sure that they are healthy. Ask about protection. You can also ask to start birth control, ask her about her fertility, but we already know her fertility is fine, so I'm not going to really... Oh, what is that? Tortilla wrapped veggie dog. Okay. All right, we are singing right now because it is New Skills Day. But yeah, so there's tons of things we can do. Let me see if I can have them be still for a second and I can do this. So we can ask her about her pregnancy, how it's going. We can enthuse about the pregnancy, offer to all do these different things, talk about baby room decoration. There's just a bunch of different cool things you could do. Which obviously we are not questioning this, but you can question about being the father of her child. So if you suspect that she's being unfaithful, then that's an option. In this cheating infidelity tab, we can express her suspicions about being close with any of these Sims. So we can be a little jealous and a little weary about who she's hanging out with. But one of my favorite options about this mod, which it's not ever a fun thing to do, but it's really realistic, is that you can demand a temporary separation, you can separate permanently angrily, and then you can separate permanently amicable. And once you do that, you can actually have options for why you chose to break up, which I'm not going to do that on my Sim right now, but you can, there's options for why you chose to break up with that Sim, so you can explain yourself a little bit more. So yeah, I really like that mod. That is one mod that I just cannot live without. There's so many different options and gameplay options and also interactions that your Sims can do, and I just really like having the option to choose if my Sim wants to be pregnant or not, because it seems like everything in the Sims is always like happy-go-lucky. Your Sims is just like always gets pregnant so easily. Your Sims always love being pregnant, but that is just not the case for every single person or every single Sim. Okay, and the last two mods that I wanted to show you guys are interaction mods, strictly just interaction mods, but it is called, okay, stop singing, but there is two, and one of them is called the one with all the romance, I believe. Yeah, this first one is called the one with all the romance. So obviously you're going to click on a Sim that you're like romantically attracted to, and it is going to pop up right here under mega interactions. So I have two. I have the one where they are friends and the one with all of the romance. Obviously I'm going to be talking about this one. But there is so many different new options that you can do. So your Sims can argue and have different, like, look at all these options to argue. So usually it's just like stupid options like argue about career, politics, parenting. Like those are okay. But when you want something more realistic and when you are actually trying to argue about, you know, woohoo, jealousy, I don't know, there's just so many different options you can do. But we are going to, I'm not going to argue with Ariana, but I just wanted to show you guys that. And then there's a bunch of different romantic interactions you can do. You still give me butterflies. You own my heart. I'm going to come over here and tell Ariana, oh my gosh, if it'll let us. Oh no, Ariana's not feeling very good. I'm going to go over here and tell Ariana that we were meant for each other. And we will see what we say. Oh, okay, so once you do that, it'll give your Sims like a flirty moodlet. Obviously, I think they're always flirting around each other anyways, but and then it says Xavier told her we were meant for each other, and Ariana replied, yes we were. There is also a relationship milestone that you can choose. You can say I love you for the first time, which I'm going to just see what that option does. I mean, I'd imagine Ariana and Xavier have already said that. I mean, they've literally been married for a while now and have 4 kids together. Oh, she just said I love you too. Okay, so I really like how it pulls up these different dialogue options over here as well. You can also do different pickup lines, which some of these I've never really seen before. You can also get to know them and ask them if they want to have kids one day. Obviously, we know that about Ariana, but that option is still going to be there. We can discuss our relationship. We can ask for more communication. Communicate feeling like they've changed. Communicate feeling hurt by an argument. We are going to ask for more communication from Ariana. Maybe Xavier feels like he is communicating a lot and she's not, like she's really closed off. So we're going to tell her about that. Wait, what are you doing? Okay, so that didn't pull up anything over here, but you can just kind of make up your own little thing. Like I'm sure Ariana replied. So Ariana decided to come up here and play with her daughter's tablet. Look at her. I have no idea why she's doing that. But let me show you guys some more interactions so we can compliment her as well. You're funner than bubble wrap. Aside from food, you're my favorite. We are going to click you make time stop and fly at the same time. All right, so he said somehow you make time stop and fly at the same time, and Ariana replied, no one should be this good with words. How do you do it? So yeah, those are just some really cute interactions that I like having in my game. Sometimes the interactions, that we have just in the game already are kind of boring and get a little repetitive. So that's a really fun thing that I like to do. I'm gonna come up here and have Felicity come up here and talk to her mom and show you guys this next one. So this one is called The One Where They Are Friends, and it is going to be under the same mega interactions with the friendly tab or the friendly menu. So you can remember the good old days. You can also chat, vent, and compliment. And these are all the ones that are under chat. So literally there's so many options. You can talk about all kinds of things: school, pets, music, mental health. You can talk about your vacation, ask how they've been, say that you're glad we're friends. The next one is vent. We can vent about relationships, insecurities, health, work hours, which obviously Felicity isn't in a career right now. We can vent about social life. We're going to have Felicity vent about her social life with her mother and see. We can also give her so many compliments. We can compliment her sense of humor. We can compliment her style. We can compliment kindness, intelligence, helpfulness. Oh goodness. Okay, that is a mod that is a glitch that I didn't see. Okay. Thanks. It's all a part of my master plan to take over the world with dad jokes. Oh my gosh. You inspire me to be better. Compliment for being a great listener. But yeah, those are just some mods that I really, really like. I like what they add to the game, and it is honestly really hard to play the game without them, especially the relationship and pregnancy overhaul mod. But yeah, that is it for me, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this mod video, and I hope you found a mod that you didn't know existed, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.